All right, we're going to get you back to Uvalde, Texas. CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano is standing by there outside of Uvalde Memorial Hospital. So, give us a sense of what you're hearing in terms of the families still waiting to find out what has happened with their children. How long might this wait be? How long will it take for every child to be identified?
That's a difficult question because I think it's case by case, Anne-Marie. What I was hearing from authorities yesterday is that it takes time for the DNA. They were asking parents to give DNA samples and to match that to the bodies of the children, which is just the most horrific thing to think about, that you need to go through that given the injuries. Throughout the day today, we expect for authorities, once they've contacted and confirmed with the families whether in fact their children are deceased or whether they're in the hospital or if they got back with their families, we expect to hear more confirmations and more names. For now, what authorities are revealing are more details about exactly what happened, how the shooter engaged in a shooting where he tried to kill his grandmother, and she was taken into a hospital or airlifted, I believe, then went on to the school, and just detail by detail, the story just gets so graphic. It's also really been interesting to see, because we're just 60 miles away from the border. We know that the jurisdiction of Border Patrol is 100 miles away from the border. So here you have not only the Texas Department of Public Safety, you have local police, you also have Border Patrol, and we've confirmed that it was a Border Patrol agent. Several showed up, some on duty, some off duty, who shot the shooter and killed him.
I'm glad you clarified that, because I remember sort of the initial reports was that Border Patrol was engaged, and it was a little sort of confusing as to why Border Patrol would be involved. But now I understand that there's a sort of an overlapping of law enforcement just because of the location of this town. Speaking of the town,
right,
it is small. And I thought to myself, I don't know if there's another elementary school in this town. I imagine, anyone who has a child in this age group probably sends their kids there. They probably know each other. Can you tell us a little bit more about this community?
Yeah, this is a very tight-knit community, and as you know, it's predominantly Latino. It's more than 80% Latino, and our communities tend to be big families, not just blood-related, but your neighbors, your friends. Everyone in the community is connected as family, and of course that the trauma that this brings then impacts the community exponentially. I did talk to some staff at the hospital, and they were saying that yesterday, as the victims were being brought in and then the families asking for questions, everyone in the hospital, from the cafeteria staff to janitorial staff, everybody, regardless of what their role or their position was there hands-on, helping in whatever way they could, guiding the parents, providing counseling. It was just, the line between what your job duty is and what your duty as a human being and as a member of this community was just completely blurred. And they were just humans and neighbors helping each other. I talked to somebody who has been working here recently. She hasn't been working here for a long time, and she said she was so overcome and overwhelmed with what she saw around her, where everybody left whatever they were doing to just be there for each other and help and guide.
Yeah, and we've seen mass shootings before, just a couple of weeks ago in Buffalo, but I think it's particularly heart-wrenching because we're talking about some of the youngest victims. Can you talk to us a little bit more about what we do know about the victims? He was in the school. Are they all from the same age group? Are they all from the same classroom? What do we know?
There's been conflicting reporting around whether it was several classrooms or one. What we do know from Texas Department of Public Safety is that the shootings, the majority of what happened within one classroom. And of course, this teacher who we confirmed, Ms. Merez, who we confirmed died, and who's married to a police officer, a local police officer, part of the department that is investigating this shooting and that responded to this shooting, that it was her students in that classroom. So parents knew yesterday, my child is in her classroom, my child is in that class, when the word started, going around. But we can't, confirm right now exactly where everybody was, whether there were several rooms or not. From law enforcement accounts, it seems like it was primarily one classroom, and that he was, in the school for about 45 minutes.
Wow. Lilia, thank you very much.